I've been in the marketing space now for over 7 years. I worked with different marketing firms, big and small. What got me into the space is that I really loved anything to do with tech and online websites, social, and all of that stuff. And I also liked business related topics, like how a business can launch and just get like super big really fast, like when you think of all these companies, Amazon, Tesla, just to name a couple, how they started off with like nothing, in a garage, and then they ended up so big, like so fast, right? So it's just like to think of all this online world and how you can become something very quickly, right? And now it's been 3 years that I decided to launch my own business. So I'm a marketing consultant. I do specifically paid advertising. So it could be for larger businesses as well as smaller ones, individuals too that just want to get like their business out there. So I want you all to leave with like the knowledge of what is SEM, what is SMM, and what is SEO. So they all sound weird and they all have S's, but I want you to leave here with like the knowledge of what do they mean and what are they going to bring to your business. So if we take SEM, which stands for search engine marketing. So that means search engine. So we all know Bing, their example, which is not everybody's favorite. Google, which is huge and which I would definitely recommend you use for your business. So Google is just like a platform that a lot of people use, like billions, right? So whenever you go there and you search for something, there's always going to be a section that you're going to see it's paid for, right? Like the top part with the sponsored. So you can easily get your business there if you're willing, yes, like Alain said, to give them money. But if you're on a budget, example, you have 500 per month and it's pretty tight, you can use that to really get good quality leads if you properly plan it out, right? So I've seen businesses that just go launch like with broad words, like, example, branding or website design, but they didn't properly filter through to say, oh, well, I want to only go after like a certain market, or say, or like a city, Montreal, so to kind of filter it more so that you're able to get better leads that are actually people that you want to work with, not just anybody and everybody, right? In Australia, because they're not in the same time zone, so it might not be good for you. So it's important to properly plan things out before you launch. And a bit like Olga said too, is that you like branding and your website, especially if you have a business or if you're selling, if you have an app, well, you have to prepare that first and not just run quickly and say, oh, well, I want to go and get more leads, customers, and run and start to pay, but nothing is properly set. So I kind of see it as, like you have a car, but there's no wheels on the car. So you could have the nicest car or the nicest Tesla, but if there's no wheels on it, it's going to stay parked in front of like the cafe, right? So it's important to get those wheels on and to properly plan things out before you say, okay, well, I want to start to do Google ads, right? Example. So now to jump to SMM, so that's social media marketing. So that one too is a big one. It's the most popular one. Why? Because Facebook, I'm sure that everybody in this room is on it, or they've been on it, or they plan to be. And if they're not, well, they should be, because a lot of people are there. And if you have a business, whether you like it or not, well, technically you should have a business page, and you should think about running ads eventually whenever you have everything that's set and to properly plan out what you want to promote, right? So different websites. So I did say Facebook, Instagram, but there's also, LinkedIn too, that's a big one. You could be Pinterest ads. All of these social platforms that you can think of have marketing tools built in. Why? Because that's where they make their money, right? So Facebook is free for us all to use, but they get their money from businesses that invest onto it and are able to generate customers from that, right? So that's just a little glimpse of what SMM is. Facebook, Instagram is huge, and I would definitely recommend that you put your business there once you have like your website and everything, like your branding is all in order. That's when you can move up to that place. And type of content to post is to be mixed, right? So it's not good to just post sale. It's also good to add in a mix of, you know, information, right? So, you know, example, if there's a new update on you know, WordPress there, which is like a platform that you use to build your website, right? So if there's a new update, well, you can share that on your page so that you can inform the people that you're trying to sell to, right? So that they see the value of what you have to offer, not just to talk about sales, because yes, it's nice, but it could be, it's like when you go and you want to buy a car, it's kind of that fear of like, oh, well, here comes the salesman, he's going to try and sell me a car again, right? So it's kind of that, right? So you want to have information. Contests too is something big, especially nowadays. Christmas, you know, is around the corner. New Year's too, it's time to be fit, you know, like new you know, and all that. So you can easily make campaigns for your business in whatever space it is, tailored to that. And, you know, it is annoying too in a certain sense because it's what you see all the time, but the proof is that it works. That's why it's there and it works. And for the last part, because I see that I'm going to be out of time soon, because I can spend the whole night and day here. So just to wrap it up, SEO, that's search engine optimization. That's the more organic route. So it's not something that I necessarily do. But when you come to Google Maps and then you have like the listing, you know, of your business there, that's it. It does work with SEO, but on a local scale. You know, like cafe shops there is the perfect example of when you can use like a Google Maps listing, right? So all of this to say is that it's important to properly plan what you plan to offer in your ads. You know, is it going to be a free consultation? Is it going to be a free you know, lead book or magnet, right? You know, as they call that. So you have to think of a good offer that you are willing to give your potential lead so that they can easily click onto your ad and see the value that's there. And it's important to plan out your keywords too, you know, so it's to say, okay, well, what are these people searching for? And to get that information so you can easily ask, you know, around you and say, oh, but what brought you like to hear about me, you know, or how did you hear about my business, right? And then they're going to tell you, oh, well, I search you, you know, online using this. So it's good that you take down the information and that you're going to be able to use that for a campaign that you plan to launch. So yeah, thank you very much.